Hey, it's Rosemary here. How are you doing? How you doing? Okay, this is it. We're going to talk about 5 things that make success and abundance absolutely inevitable. Okay? So number 1, you got to show up, man. The weak kind of impression of yourself that you're currently indulging in, it's not sufficient. You're not a marketer. You are a leader, okay? You are a champion and no one knows it because you are hiding. You hide behind your brand, your logo, your company name, your perfectly professional blog posts, your perfect appearance, your pretty website, the appearance of having it all together on social media alone, your perfect updates, not very regular, but when they do show up, they are absolutely perfect. So perfect, in fact, that no one can relate to them. Something doesn't quite ring true. Something feels unattainable. And so, you know what? Most people just kind of walk away. They doubt you. They doubt what you have to say. They can't put a finger on it. They kind of click the like, maybe, but they move on to the real leader next door who is being real. And they buy from them, okay? Thanks for warming them up, but no one is buying from you because no one is seeing you, okay? You've never actually shown up. Number 2, success, abundance, absolutely inevitable if you just take off the limits. You have these big ideas and big goals, but you're not actually following through on them yet. Instead, you're aiming for the obvious goals, the smaller ones, the ones you think you can maybe get. Okay, they don't excite you, and we can all see that. There's no fire in your delivery, there's no passion when we see you, you're uninspired, and we are uninspired, okay? And so though we kind of like you, we don't buy from you. And so success gets delayed, success that you dream of. The abundance that is your birthright is just one little step away, but it could be a world away for you because you just can't reach it. You're born to think bigger than big, honey. Okay? Why would you then limit yourself and only do what you think is possible? You are created to prove to the world that nothing is impossible, so why settle? You are like me with monster, huge dreams and goals. We are rich, man. We change lives. We are limitless. So why are you pretending to be this smaller person, huh? I get it, I do. The dreams we dream are huge and they're pretty darn scary, man. For a long time there, we lived very, very passively, okay? I joined myself in this. I lived very, very passively. I was very fearful of the hugeness of my vision, but surely right now it's time for us both to be done with that. And I, for certain, have kind of just said bye-bye to smallness, okay? Surely you can hear the cry of the people you're called to serve. Surely it's stirring you up to do whatever it takes to reach them. Surely the wealth you really do want to create for you and for yours is enough of an incentive to show up powerfully. Surely. Number 3. Success is inevitable if you will totally accept yourself and choose to love all people. Okay, there's that underlying feeling of shame about who you are. It's gotta go. How on earth do you expect to lead anyone if you feel unworthy and kind of inherently evil, okay? There are kind of 2 parts to this one. So firstly, leader, everything that's happened to you in the past is in the past, okay? And secondly, every part of you is actually loved, yeah? So you need to just forgive yourself, forgive them, move forward. And I know it's easier said than done. I know it. And yet, do you want your life to be permanently defined by events from your past? By people who hurt you and abused you? Do you really want that to be your life story forever? Do you want them to be your life story forever? Do you want them to be the constant theme of your life? Come on. You are born for great things, and in some ways it's meant that you've faced so much more than others will ever have to face. And whether you like it or not, it has actually equipped you to do the work that you're born to do. And though you kind of hate the memories of your past, they have molded you. They've made you stronger than norms, and that can be a thing to celebrate, or it can be a thing that you use as a crutch and an excuse forever. Which will it be? Celebrate or crutch? And no, you can't avoid it, okay? Because though you pretend there is nothing to handle, it's still infecting your every action or your every inaction. It still holds you back. Ignorance may be bliss for people who want to live a normal life, but it's not bliss for us who want to conquer things, okay? It's not bliss for us who deliberately choose to be millionaires. It's not bliss for us who have a huge call and mission to fulfill. No, we have to deal head on with these internal holdbacks, or else you condemn yourself to a lifetime of struggle, okay? And though your desire to be rich need not actually be connected to your self-acceptance, you are connecting it, okay? You make the fact that you feel unworthy somehow mean that you cannot do the work that you feel called to do. And that you can't be rich because you feel unworthy. Please, honey, Ooh, what was that? Look around you and see all the really wealthy people. Are they all perfect? No, they're not. They just accepted that they were who they were and they got to work designing life the way they wanted it. It's the want it revolution. I like it. They love themselves enough to get what they want, okay? To give themselves what they want. And you can do that too. Okay, so I know that you can't ever quite switch off that internal need to love people. And that is great. You don't have to, okay? But you do have to get a whole lot more deliberate about refusing to allow your own crazy hang-ups about who you are, your sexuality, or even your spirituality be the reason that you don't do the work that you're born to do. Yes, you do some things wrong, you made mistakes, so what? It has absolutely nothing to do with whether you can get rich or not, unless you make it matter. Unless your inability to forgive and love yourself make it mean something. It means nothing. Nothing at all in the grand scheme of receiving wealth. Okay? And yes, of course, you want to get all that internal stuff handled, and I can certainly help you with that while we make you some money. Okay? But it's not ultimately a factor in your eventual wealth. It just isn't unless you make it connected. And you don't have to do that anymore. Okay? You can just decide that you want to change a lot of lives and you want to make a lot of money and everything else be damned. You can make that choice any day. And then refuse to let your hang-ups about yourself or some events from the past or some people from your past or people in your current life be any kind of factor anymore. Because you are powerful enough to make that choice. And remember this, loving all people doesn't mean you have to like all people. You just make a choice to create the life you want, serving the people you want to serve. And basically polarizing everybody else. Okay? That way you get to wake up, you do your thing with people who you like as well as love. And the whole polarizing thing happens when you actually show up. You polarize people just by being you. Some people are not going to like you. Who cares? Let them be gone. Just take your limits off already. Okay? Number 4, you stop allowing money to tame you. So there you are, you're looking at your bank balance and allowing it to determine how you show up or even if you show up. I mean, seriously, come on now. The numbers in your bank account, they scare the living daylights out of you, okay? And so you do exactly the thing that's going to cause them to get worse. You withdraw from support, telling yourself you can't afford it. You avoid looking at it. You avoid looking at your bank balance. You start showing up in the marketplace even more tamely, hoping that if you blend into the background, people will buy from you. No, it doesn't work that way. Okay? You're thinking to yourself that you need anyone, anywhere to give you some money, and you're willing to dance to any tune in order to get it from them. So you stop showing up powerfully, thinking that you're polarizing people, which is exactly what you need to do, but you think that you should stop polarizing people or else you'll get nothing. And so, honey, you get exactly what you expect. Nothing. You get nothing because you are trying too hard to blend in. And the desperation is kind of reeking a little bit, okay? And then you start feeling even worse about yourself for being unable to get your act together and make your business work. And so again, you make it all worse because you allowed an inanimate object, money, to tame you. You say silly things like, oh, I'll get that coach when I'm making more money. Yeah, well, good luck with that. That's kind of like hiring the cleaner after you've cleaned the house. It's kind of silly, okay? How committed are you to doing the work that you're born to do? Are you committed enough to get support that will keep your head in the right place? Are you committed enough to polarize all the wrong people quickly so that you can reach the right people? Are you committed enough to say what you mean and what needs to be said rather than what you think the masses want to hear? You are on mission and you keep letting money control you. My clients and I spend everything on fulfilling our mission, okay? We refuse to let money stop us even when things are tight. We figure out how to get more money to do the work we have to do. We figure out how to leverage our time and turn that into more money. And yes, it is freaking scary at times, okay? So scary, in fact, we wonder if we're playing stupid, deluded, crazy, addicted, and still we keep moving forward because we will not let money be the determinant in our life. Seriously, we are called to greatness and nothing is allowed to stop us. Number 5, success is inevitable if you stop trying to make everyone accept you. I mean, I kind of already talked about that. But this is it. The peeps in your current life may not get you or accept you or even understand you or even continue to like you, okay? They may want you to remain in a little box that makes them feel all happy and glad to know you with no regards for your pain at being made to play so small. And so you may tell yourself that, oh, but I love them, and it would be too selfish of me to do what I'm called to do. Really? You may continue to limit yourself using them as an excuse. After all, they're your loved ones, you reason. You have to put them first, don't you, before your own needs and desires, right? It's the right thing to do, right? No, wrong. It's not the right thing to do. People who really love you will love you with no conditions on that love, okay? And if you hold yourself back because of invisible conditions that you feel but don't speak of, then you will wake up one day and regret all the time you wasted being someone that you're not. You will never please them anyway. You'll feel resentful of all the invisible demands on you, and it will be your fault, honey. Totally and completely a decision that you made at some point to play small in order to make everybody else happy. Leader, choose happiness for you and for your loved ones. It is possible to get both. And yes, some people will think that you're selfish, okay? Some people will even tell you. But know that it just means that you're not doing what they want you to do. And who said your whole life was about pleasing people? Stop thinking everyone has to accept you in order for you to win, because they don't. You can have whatever you want, regardless of the opinions of a few people who decide to try and tame you. Refuse to be tamed. You are warrior, champion, sexy, powerful, leader. You are not a hamster to be given a wheel to kind of run around with. You are done with the boxes and the cages and anything like that. Be it called a religious organization or a job or a stifling family tradition. Be done with all of it. You are a leader. Now stand up and lead, for goodness sake. Success is absolutely inevitable. Success is inevitable. Abundance is your birthright. You just got to claim it. It's time to fight for and to deliberately design the life you are born to live. Spirit Sex Success is coming. Just before I go, it's private mentoring to get you past your holdbacks and get you accelerating to doubling, tripling, or 10xing your business income, okay? Leader, it is time you handled the nonsense and you showed up as powerful creator, champion, leader, you, okay? So first and foremost, join me on a free call on Monday night and I'll give you the details. I'll give you the details of the program, as well as we'll be talking about 3 powerful tips for connecting with your source, okay? Imagine having access to an incredible wisdom source. How much easier would it be to create wealth then when you have access to that wisdom? Number 2, why your sex life affects your ability to make money and how to find freedom in it. We'll be talking about that. This is something that people don't generally talk about, but it does affect you, okay? Number 3, we'll be talking about 3 powerful ideas to get rid of the baggage from the past, okay? So you are trying to move forward, you're trying to design a life you love, but you're being dragged back by all kinds of nonsense. Enough. We're going to handle it. Number 4, the transformational C's that will increase your online sales. If you don't know what these are, then you need to come onto the free call, okay? You can register right now at rosemaryonlynight.com/free webinar. Go and register, okay? Go and register for it. It's tomorrow, so don't delay. Depending on when you're listening to this, it may be already too late. But go register anyway. rosemaryonlynight.com/free webinar. Okay then, until the next time, bye.